As student, in the last lecture we had covered the question number 4. I hope you all understood the question number 4 also. So now we'll see some few more sums from the same exercise. Okay, so the next sum is what? Here we have to find sine theta such that 3 cos plus 4 sine equals to 4. So find sine theta such that 3 cos plus 4 sine theta equals to 4. So here there are three different methods in which we can find the value of sine. So here we'll write question first. 3 cos theta plus 4 sine theta is equals to 4. As here it says that simply we have to find the sine theta answer. So but here we have sine as well as cos. So anyhow we have to eliminate cos from the question, because it says that we have to find the value of sine. So whenever we have to find the value of sine, okay, simply what you have to do, try to eliminate the cos part, or try to convert this cos into sine in a such a way that each and every term will contain sine only. And of course if each and every term will contain sine, so final answer it will be in sine only. So first we'll check, is there any relation between cos and sine, or else as we can convert this cos into sine. Yes, there is one relation. The relation is what? Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to what? 1. Okay, so this relation will use here. So here if you want to convert this cos to sine, so here we have cos square, we can write it as what? Cos square equals to 1 minus sine square theta. Yes or no? So in simple language, if you want to find sine, so see to that whenever we have cos and sine, so convert this cos into sine. So first check, is there any relation between sine and cos? Yes, there is one relation, that is sine square plus cos square equals to 1, and we can prepare the value of cos square as 1 minus sine square. Yes or no? This we can do. So, okay, so here the first thing, what? To convert cos to sine, here we require square. Yes or no? Here we require square. So here the step number 1 will do what? See, if you want to find sine, remember this step is very important. If you want to find sine, see to that we'll keep cos in one side and will bring sine and the remaining numbers in the other side. So here 4 and this plus 4 sine will go to the left hand side, right hand side. So here you will get minus 4 sine theta. Okay, so note down this step. Okay, note down this step. If you want to find sine, see to that you will keep cos in one side and sine and the remaining numbers on the other side. Suppose in this question, if it says that you have to find cos, then you will keep sine in one side and you will bring cos and the remaining numbers on the other side. So this is the hint we can say. Okay, if you want sine, so you will keep cos and the numbers and the sine on the other side. If you want to find cos, you will keep sine on the one side and the remaining numbers and the cos on the other side. In simple language I will explain. If you want sine, so see to that bring sine and number on one side. If you want to find cos, bring cos and number on the one side. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now after this, as here we required square, so here as we required square, so we'll write taking square on both side. So here what we'll do, we'll square both the part, taking square on both the side. Yes or no? So here 3 square is what? 9, and this we can write as what? Cos square theta. Seeing this part, here we come to the conclusion, what? It look like what? A minus b the whole square. So we'll apply a square minus 2ab plus b square formula. Yes or no? So 9 cos square theta equals to 4 square is what? 16. 2 fours are 8. 8 fours are is what? 32 sine theta. 4 square is what? 16. Sine, here we can write as what? Sine square theta. Okay, so now after this, as we know that we have to find the answer only for sine. So here we have sine. So we'll convert this cos square into sine. So here we have one relation, that is cos square. We can write it as what? 1 minus sine square theta. And see to it that if you want to find sine, each and every term it should get converted into sine. If you want to find cos, it should get converted into cos. It means the whole equation, it should get either converted into sine or it should convert into cos. It depends on the question. As here we have to find sine, so we'll convert this equation in terms of sine. If you want to find cos, we'll convert the term in terms of cos. As now we have to find sine, so we convert this cos square as in terms of sine. So 16 minus 32 sine theta plus 16 sine square theta. So now bracket open this part, so where you will get what? 9 minus 9 sine square theta. So this will be 16 minus 32 sine theta plus 16 sine square theta. Okay. So now after this, we'll bring all the terms to the left hand side. First, we'll bring this 16 to the left hand side. Okay. So this will be what? Minus 9 sine square theta minus 16 sine square theta. And after that, we'll bring this minus 32 to the left hand side. So this will be plus 32 sine theta. Then 9 plus 16 to the left hand side. So this part here you will get what? Minus sine square minus 9 minus 16 sine square. This will be minus 25 sine square theta plus 32 sine theta. 9 plus 9 minus 16, here you will get minus 7 equals to 0. So after this, what I will do here, listen here, as suppose if we replace this sines theta by any other alphabet, like here we'll write x, suppose. So this will be x square, this will be x, minus 7 equals to 0. So this part actually it look like what? A quadratic equation, yes or no? This part actually it look like a quadratic equation, and we know that whenever we have a quadratic equation, try to make the symbol of square part positive, yes or no? So first we'll make the square part positive, so simply multiplying throughout by minus. So multiplying throughout by minus, so what you will get here, you will get what? 25 sine square theta minus 32 sine theta plus 7 equals to 0. As when you will replace sine square by any other alphabet, so actually it look like what? A quadratic equation. And we know that whenever we solve any quadratic equation, basically we see what? The square part, the symbol of the square part, it is always positive. So that's why here I had made the symbol of the square part positive. Okay. So now as we know that this part, this section look like what? A quadratic equation when you will replace this sign by any other alphabet, yes or no? So this look like what? A proper quadratic equation. So we know that whenever we have a proper quadratic equation, so we can solve the quadratic equation further by using factorization method, that means splitting of middle term. So here when you will see the product is what? 25 sevens are. So the product here it will be what? 25 sevens are, it is 175, and the sum is what? Minus 32. Sum is what? Minus 32. So here we'll do what? Minus 25 and minus 7. So minus 25 into minus 7, when you will multiply, you will get 175, yes or no? And minus 25 minus 7, when you will add or subtract, here you will get sum also. So this is the product. 25 7 that is 175. Okay, so when you will multiply this two term, you will get the product, as well as when you will add or subtract this two term, you will get the middle term also, yes or no? So here we can break this minus 32 as minus 25 and minus 7. So 25 sine square theta minus 25 sine theta minus 7 sine theta plus 7 equals to 0. Okay, assume this signs in place of sine theta as x. When you will assume the sine theta as x, so here this part actually look like what a quadratic equation, and we know that whenever we come across a quadratic equation, basically we solve the quadratic equation by factorization method. So in the factorization method, we know that the splitting of middle term, how to solve. Okay, so here we got the product as well as sum. So after this, we know that clearly we can see that here 25 sine theta is common, so inside the bracket here you will get what, sine theta minus 1. And here also we can see that 7 is common, so inside the bracket here you will get sine theta minus 1. Okay, so here we have sine theta minus 1 two times, so we'll write sine theta minus 1 one time and the remaining part. Okay, so therefore in the next step this can be written as what, sine theta minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, or 25 sine theta minus 7 equals to 0. So sine theta will be equals to what, minus 1 will go on that side, so this will be what, plus 1. So here we got one answer of sine theta. So 25 sine theta equals to 7, so therefore sine theta will be equals to what, 7 upon 25. So here we got the second answer. So now we have to guess whether we have to consider both the answer or only one answer. Now that how to guess, we have to consider both the answer or one answer, as the range for sine theta is what, between minus 1 to 1. So when 1 between minus 1 to 1, so sine theta value actually it lies between minus 1 to 1, that is the range. So here we have 1, so we can consider this part. And 7 upon 25, when you will divide, so here you will get 0 point something answer, yes or no? And 0 point something means what, of course it lies between these two value. So for this sum we can consider both this answer, as we know that sine theta it lies between minus 1 and 1. So therefore as the sine theta lies between minus 1 and 1, so we can consider this value as well as this value also, because 7 upon 25 it means what, 0 point something you will get. Okay, so both the value it lies between these two values. So here the final answer, we have to consider both the section. So for this sum here we got two answer, one is 1 and second one is 7 upon 25. Sometime in some question you will get only one answer, as it's all depend on the range. Okay, suppose here one answer is what, 1, and suppose the second answer here you got suppose like minus 3 upon 2. So now we'll check whether both the answer it lies between minus 1 to 1 or not. So here 1, yes, of course it lies between minus 1 and 1. Less than equals to means what, we have to consider this number also. So that means our answer of sine theta it should lies between minus 1 and 1, as well as it should include minus 1 and 1 also. So we can take this part. Minus 3 upon 2, it will be what, minus 1.5. As we know that minus 1.5 does not lies between minus 1 and 1, so we cannot consider this section, as it says that if you want to find the answer of sine, it should lies between minus 1 to 1, including minus 1 and 1 also. Okay, so in this way you have to guess whether we have to consider both the values of sine or only one values. Okay, so this is the range for sine. I guess I hope you all understood this sum also. Okay, so here we have one more sum, but this sum you all will try it by yourself. So simply I will explain what exactly we have to do here. So here we have to find the acute angle theta such that 2 cos square equals to 3 sine. So here we have 2 cos square theta equals to 3 sine theta. So this sum you will try it by yourself, as there are 3-4 sums in the exercise uh, where you will see the similar types of sum, as the question number 5th, question number 6th, question number 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, and then question number 10th also. So this 6 sums are based on the same part. Okay, so as now I took only one sum, So please try the second sum by yourself. Okay, so in the next lecture, as this question actually I guess it is your question number 9th, and this one it is your question number 7th. So as I hope you all understood the question number 9th, but question number 7 you all will try it by yourself. So in the next lecture we'll see, if you want we can see the remaining part, or else if you want you can try it by yourself. Okay, so now we'll see how to solve this section. As it says that you have to find the acute angle theta. You have to find the acute angle theta. Okay, so here for a while I will make some change here. Instead of find the acute angle, here I will make some change. Find sine theta. Find sine theta. So in the next lecture we'll see how to find any acute angle whenever the question it is in the form of sine or cos. So for this sum I will make a little change, as is the question number 7th. So here I will make a little change. What? In place of find the acute angle, I replace this sentence by find sine theta, such that here we have 2 cos square theta equals to sine theta. So here what you will do, as here we have to find sine theta, as I told, whenever we have to find sine theta, try to convert the whole section into sine. Okay, so as we have to convert, as we have to find the whole section into sine, we have to find the answer of sine. So here does not require cos theta, so we know that there is one relation. Cos square theta, in place of cos square theta we can write as what? 1 minus sine square theta. Yes or no? Or replace this cos square theta by 1 minus sine square theta. So when you will replace this cos square theta by 1 minus sine square theta equals to 3 sine theta. So when you will bracket open, so here you will get 2 minus 2 sine square theta equals to 3 sine theta. So we'll bring all the terms on the one side. So minus 2 sine square theta minus 3 sine theta plus 2 equal to 0. So when you will replace the sine square by any other alphabet, so here you will see what? Minus 2x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So we come to the conclusion that it look like what? A quadratic equation. And we know that basically whenever we convert any quadratic equation, we keep the symbol of square term positive. So here we'll multiply throughout by minus. So here you will get what? 2 sine square theta plus 3 sine theta minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so here also we got one quadratic equation, and rest I hope you all it can try by yourself, as we know that whenever we have a quadratic equation, so we can solve the sum further by using factorization method. And what is the factorization method? That is splitting of middle term. Okay, so the remaining part you all can try by yourself, and see to that when you will solve, of course here you will get two answer of sine theta, yes or no. So now you have to guess whether we have to consider both the values or only one value. So it's all depend on the range, as we know that the range for sine theta is what? Minus 1 less than equals to sine theta less than equals to 1. So that means the value of sine, it should lies between minus 1 and 1, including minus 1 and 1 also. So if it cross minus 1 and 1, so don't consider that value. Okay, as it says that the value which lies between minus 1 and 1. So here also you will get two answer of sine theta. So it's all depend on the range now. Okay, and you have to guess whether we have to consider both the answer or only one answer. As in the previous sum we saw that where we got two answer of sine theta, one it was 1 and second it was 7 upon 25. So when you will divide 7 upon 25, you will get answer in decimal, that will be 0 point something. So 0 point means what? It is lies between minus 1 and 1, so we can consider both the values. Okay, so it's all depend on the range, and you have to guess whether we have to consider both the values or else only one value. So I hope you all understood this sum also, and please try this sum by yourself. Complete the further step, the remaining part by yourself. yourself. Okay, and if you feel that if you all can try the question number 5th, 6th and 8th and 10th by yourself, then you can try, or else in the next lecture we'll see the question number 5th, 6th, 8th and 10th. Okay, so that is the end of the lecture. So remaining part we'll see in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.